Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyananda. Welcome to the Nithyananda Yoga. Please with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands in front of your chest in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I will be chanting the Shivamala Mantra Japa internally 11 times. Please follow along. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now, it's the Tattva Jamana, ritualistic cleansing. Om Atmarattam Chodhyami Sada. Om Vidyadattam Chodhyami Sada. Om Shivadattam Chodhyami Sada. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Now clasp your right palm over the left and keep it on your right thigh. Let's move on to the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Sit straight and close your eyes and visualize what you want to manifest through the Nithyananda Yoga today. Visualize and see intensely that you are already manifesting. Visualize yourself being active throughout the whole day without any tiredness, without any boredom, without any laziness. At this space, let's enter into the Sankalpa. Om Mamopata Samasta Duridakshe Dwara Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adhya Purvokta Evam Guna Viseshena Visistayam Asyam Shubhaditau Purana Arogyayukta Dhrudagatra Yogic Sharira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranatham Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishe Om Apaupasprisya. Wash your right palm with the Uddhani of water and keep your Panchapatam and Uddhani aside. Let's enter into the asana of the today's.
Settle down, as today we begin with Yathasanishthasana. Sit in a posture that brings ease to you, to your physical and mental space. Maintain your spine in a upright line while your shoulders soften and hands rest gently on your lap, on your knees. Allow your breath to flow steady and create a space through your chest as you sit calmly. Ground your sitting bones evenly into the mat for a natural stability. So sit in a comfortable posture that brings ease to your physical and mental space. You can keep your hands in Bindu Mudra. Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and visualize heat, flame raising up along the spine. Engage Mola Bandha. Visualize finding your perfect place of equilibrium and ease, where your body and mind harmonize effortlessly. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paryankam tat samakyatam yatha sansthaprasa yatha sthitaha. Next, we'll be entering into Samasana. Be seated in a light, comfortable cross-leg posture. And keep your spine upright and shoulder relaxed. Allow your body to settle down naturally on the ground. Focus smooth, effortless breathing. Inhale deeply and exhale fully, extending the duration of each breath comfortably, cultivating awareness with every purika and richika. Once again, perform Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat flame in your navel center. Engage Mulabandha, Shambhava Mudra. Keep your eyes open wide, gazing outside but bringing your awareness within. Visualize yourself seated firmly yet softly on the ground, on earth, spine straight. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Idanim Garbhanane Yogabhyaso Yatha Laghu. The next asana is Muktasana. As you're seated with legs extended, draw the left heel. So extend your legs first, both legs. Extend both of your legs. Draw the left heel lightly pressed against the perineum. Place the right heel above the left. Ankles are aligned. So make sure that you're aligning your ankles. So now bend your right leg on the top of the left. Align your ankles. Rest the knees outward comfortably on the ground. Hands on your knees in a meditative stillness. Keep your eyes open wide, bringing awareness deeply within in Shambhi Mudra. Samana Kumbhaka once again. Inhale deeply, visualize heat flame in your navel center. Engage Mulabandha, visualize your Guru's loving presence, lifting burden from your shoulders, guiding you beyond illusion's veil. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nipidya Sivinim Sukshmasham Dakshine Tat Gulfataha Vamam Yam Yena Gulfena Mukta Sadhana Midam Bhavet. The next asana is Siddhasana. So sit with, as you're seated with leg extended, with your foot and ankles aligned. Be seated in the same posture. Place your sit with spine straight, shoulder relaxed, hands on the respective knees. Engage Mulabandha, Samana Kumbhaka, and visualize seated in a perfect alignment. Your spine erect as luminous pillar of inner strength. Feel the prana flowing harmoniously throughout, grounding wisdom and peace. Contemplate steadiness, attain mastery, and the sacred completeness of perfected self-realization. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you bring your awareness to the third eye. Sthanu Samevendriyo Achalashta Pashyanaha. The next asana is Siddhi Asana. So be seated in the same posture. Spine upright, shoulders soft, hands resting on the knees. Keep the body steady. Gaze forward to the level of the horizon, cultivating inner clarity and calm stability. Once again, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Shambhavi Mudra, keep your eyes open wide, bringing your awareness. Rest deeply within. Now this time you'll be engaging all the three bandhas. Mool bandha, Udyana bandha, and Janandar bandha. So inhale in Samana Kumbhaka. Hold the breath as you visualize heat flame in your navel center. hold as long as comfortably. Then forcibly exhale and draw the abdomen in and up, tucking the chin to the chest, contracting the pelvic floor in Mula Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha, all together in Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself seated as an unmoving mountain, steady and untouchable, grounding deeply into silence. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vama Padaki, Edi Jano Sivani, Madhitashat Komodhano, Tachipadaki Edi Joy, Melu Mali Lagave Soyi. Slowly relax as you enter into the next asana. Rudrasana 2 or Rudrasana 2. Now fold the legs to stack the right foot over the left, aligning the soles and the outer edge. Press the heels against the right root center, grounding evenly. Hands in Bindu Mudra. So this time bring your hands resting on the knees in Bindu Mudra. Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. As you inhale, and hold the breath comfortably. Visualize heat flame in your navel center, the digestive fire at the navel center. Engage Mula Bandha. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Visualize yourself as Rudra, fierce and luminous, holding infinite power with inward restraint. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. वामचरण परि दक्षिण राखे एक जुगति आस विधि दाखे वाम पगत हले माहिले कोर दक्षिण के जु बाहले वारे. The next asana is Santadhanasana. So as you are seated in the same posture with hands in Bindu Mudra, spine tall, chest lifted, gaze forward, and bring your gaze to the nose. Steady and composed, engaging the Mula Bandha, Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath as you visualize heat flame in your navel center. Samana Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as a stream of flowing, steady, unbroken, and clear, moving towards vastness. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. आसन की गुण मन चन चलता मीटे. The next asana is Siddhasana. The next asana is Bandha Yoni Asana. So as you are seated with legs crossed, with one heel lifted on the top of other, establish your balance support. Keep the spine straight, erect, and chest lifted. Now we'll be performing the Shanmukhi Mudra. So bring both your hands towards the face. Close your ears with the thumb, eyes with the index finger, nostril with the middle finger, upper lip with the ring finger, and the lower lip with the little finger. Resting softly into inward focus and stillness. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. As you perform the Shanmukhi Mudra, control the breath. Gently force the prana, air, upward, while soft muttering the pranayama. Close the ears. Once again, close the ears with the thumb, eyes with the index finger, nostril with the middle finger, upper lip with the ring finger, and lower lip with the little finger. Samana Kumka, inhale deeply, visualize heat flame in your navel center. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize the sacred womb as a sealed sanctuary holding the vastness of creation within. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yatra Madhe Mahadeva Bandhayo Tuti Yat Kritva Hechare Bhutva Vicharet Ishvaro Yatha. The next asana is Virasana.
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Nithyananda.
Now, let's enter into the next asana, Virasana. As you're seated in a similar posture, hands in Bindu Mudra, keep your spine tall, shoulder relaxed, hands resting gently in Bindu Mudra and on the knees. Once again, perform the Samana Kumka. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a fierce warrior, kneeling with ease, yet burning the inner resolve. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekam padam atha ekasmin vinyasya urni sansitah. The next asana is Valmiki asana. So as you're seated with left heel placed beside the right of the genitals and right heel in the left hollow. So the big toe touches the knee. So once again, sit with left heel placed beside the right of the genitals and bring the right heel in the left hollow so the big toe touches the knee. Keep the palms on the knees in Bindu Mudra. Find tall, gaze gently between the eyebrows, bringing calm focus. The third eye. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Engage Mula Bandha and visualize yourself knotted into oneness, each fold binding distractions into stillness. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दावा पग की पगथली पुन एड़ी है जोई पनादिशी मेरी दक्षिण आनिलावे सोये. The next asana is Yoni Mudrasana. So sit with cross-legged, bringing the left sole inward at the root center. Gently turn the foot, keep the spine lengthened. So sit in the same posture, similar posture as previous asana. Hands resting on the knees, palms facing down. Bring your gaze to the nose. Engage Mulbandha. Perform Samana Kumbhaka. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize a luminous lotus womb closing around your awareness, feeling stillness within. अथ योनि मुद्रासन वाम पाद की पगथली जाहि माहिली कोर जानी ताहि धरी वैसे उल्टो पाव जुमोरी. Next is Yonyasana. So sit with one foot placed on the opposite thigh and the other top of the opposite thigh, grounding evenly to the sitting bones. Keep the spine long, shoulder relaxed, hands on the knees, palms facing down, eyes lifted towards the third eye, gaze to the third eye, engage Mula Bandha, perform the Samana Kumbhaka, spine straight. Inhale deeply as you visualize heat, flame in your navel center, awakening the Jatra Agni, digestive fire at the navel center. Hold the breath comfortably. Visualize yourself enclosed in the cosmic womb, secure and timeless, the source of all forms, drawing every channel back to its origin. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yonyasanam Parvatena Yogi Yoga Phale Anilam. The next asana is Bhadrasana 3. Now, as you sit upright, bringing the soles of the feet together, close to the perineum. So bring the soles of the feet together, close to the perineum. Hold the feet with both the hands while allowing the knees to open outward. Keep the spine long, chest broad, shoulder relaxed. If you're not able to touch your knees to the ground, you can flap and butterfly. Try to bring the knees close as to the perineum. Bring your gaze to the nose. Once again, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat, flame raising up along the spine, maintaining the awareness of the heat at the navel center. Visualize your seat as auspicious foundation, spreading blessings in all the directions. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Bhadrasanam Gulfe, Javishyas Krishna Shadhyana Sivanaha, Parshve Shipet. The next asana is Aghorasana. Be seated in a similar posture and place the tongue on the roof of the mouth in Kechari Mudra. So you'll be rolling the tongue to the roof of the mouth in Kechari Mudra. So turn the tongue backward into the hollow behind the soft palate and hold it comfortably without strain, maintaining steady awareness. Close one nostril. So bring with your right hand, close your nostril, one nostril, and inhale from the other. You'll be performing Abhyantara Kumbhaka. So inhale slowly through the nose until the lungs are full. Then retain the prana, breath inside with a steady awareness. And finally, release it calmly through the nostril when the retention is complete. Then repeat in the opposite direction. Engage Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a blazing firebrand, fierce yet controlled, radiating intensity. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Purvakaho Bhasrika Joy, Vahi Vidijo, Vijay Soy, Sab Anguri, Mukbahari Ane, Mukhuko Puni Samputakari Thane. The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. As you are sitting with feet together in front, heels apart, and toes are joined. So make your heels little apart, toes are joined. Rest your elbows between the heels. Bend down and rest your elbows between the heels. Place chin softly in the palms. Keep your spine long, chest broad, shoulder relaxed while breathing evenly with light grounding through sitting bones. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra. Fully exhale and hold the breath out in Rechaka Kumbhaka. Perform the Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the abdomen in and up. Engage Mool Bandha. Gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as a eternal evergreen tree, rooted deeply in earth, limbs swaying but unbroken. And chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. कानेरी पाव आसन ग्वाली पाव आसन को है जोई याहू में जाने विधि तैसी. The next asana is Parasana. So sit with knees raised, feet flat. So place both the feet on the ground, knees are raised. And then thread the arms inside the calves and wrap around the shins. Then interlace a finger in front of the navel. Then balance slightly back on the sitting bones as you lift your heels off the ground. Keeping the spine tall, breathe steady and gently release the feet back down when you feel uncomfortable, and once again lift it back. Hands in Parshu Mudra, where hands are interlaced. Perform a Rechaka Kumbhaka, where you fully exhale and hold the breath out without inhaling, while maintaining steady and awareness. Engage Mool Bandha, gaze in the nose, visualize yourself seated as supreme stillness beyond fluctuation, vast and undivided. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. अथ पर आसन प्रथम माहिरी जूझ जंग जूझोए तिनता की करी काढ़ भूज सोए गोरा तरी करी बाहरी ताने. The next asana is Gopi Chandasana. So as you are seated in the similar posture, draw the feet towards the chest. Place big toes towards the throat. So pull the feet towards the throat, big toes, heels at the upper chest. Interlace the finger to support. And now rest your chin lightly on the toes and gaze towards the nose. Keep the spine straight, chest open. When you're feeling uncomfortable, release the feet with ease. Perform the Samana Kumaka. Perform the Rechaka Kumaka. Exhale fully and hold the breath without inhaling. Remain steady and aware. Shambhavi Mudra. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a king, Gopi Chanda in yogic renunciation. Royal yet surrendered. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Puravadi Padaka Angutha Kantapura Rashe Yeri Hirada Lagave Kakasi. The next asana is Udarasana. So sit with soles of the feet pressed together and knees wide, similar posture, and thread the arms under the thighs, clasp feet tightly and then lift gently towards the chest. Keep the spine tall, chin is lowered and shoulder relaxed. Folding slightly without strain and then perform the Rechika Kumbhaka. Engage Mulbandha, Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize the belly as a fertile center, growing like fire, sustaining strength. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Do Pagathali Samput Thane, Ubay Hastakari Udarhi Tane, Angushtas do Samata Harave, Shivakani Chetani Lagave. The next asana is Visishtasana. So as you sit in a similar posture, interlace the finger to secure spine straight, gaze towards the nose, keeping the shoulder soft. Perform Rechaka Kumka, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself seated in uniqueness, neither bound nor common, radiating distinction. Envision subtle light wrapping around you like an aura. And then bring the feet lightly towards the forehead. So lift your feet, bring the feet towards the forehead, lifting your feet. Try to touch your forehead to the feet. Engage Mulabandha, form Rechika Kumbhaka, and chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगथली जोड़ी संपुट करे हाथ दो पगा बीच आने तले करी बारे ल्याए कहल्या माहिली संग राशे. The next asana is Bhujasana. So in Bhujasana, as you're seated upright, bring each leg carefully around the shoulders. So you can start with any leg. Bring it on the top of the shoulders, then the other leg. Then thread the arms beneath the thighs and interlace the hand at the base of the neck behind for the support. So bring both the legs on the top of the shoulders and thread the arms underneath the thighs. Interlace the finger behind your neck. Keep your chest open, spine lengthened, breath smooth. Perform Shambhavi Mudra. Engage Mula Bandha. Perform the Rechika Kumbhaka. And visualize your body upheld like by shoulders like pillar. Strong and steady guardian. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sisasanam tu Vigyena. Pakshasanam atah param. Devasanam cha paramam. Bhujasanam nihochate. The next asana is Kalyanasana. So this asana is similar with the legs position. Only the hands will be sitting interlaced behind your back on the ground. So as you're seated, bring the hands between the feet and under the knees, and then wrap around securely behind your back on the ground. Establish firmly. Crow like fold with feet as base. Gaze softly towards the nose. Maintain a steady breath. Rechika Kumbhaka, engage Mulbandha, Shambhavi Mudra, and visualize each breath unfolding as blessing, filling you with luminous benefit. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ बगा बीच आने, तिनको गोड़ा नीचे ठाने, बहुरी पाक हत्या बाहरी ल्यावे, पुनः युक्ति ऐसे ठहरावे. Now, let's enter into the next asana, Sankatasana. From the kneeling position, place left heel beneath the perineum. And then, so sit on the left heel. Sit on the left heel and then cross the right foot over the left with heels near the hips. So you are sitting on the left heel and the right foot is crossed near the left heel. Left heel, and place the palms on the opposite knees. Your palms are on the opposite knees. Spine upright. Chest is lifted. Hold your steady gaze. Now perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka pranayama. Lightly contract the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostril, producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath within and then release slowly through the nostril. Perform the Vaishnavi Mudra with inner focus and outer vision, free from blinking and opening the eyes. This is Shambhavi Mudra, kept secret in all the tantras. Visualize yourself entering the narrow strain of hardship while pressure surrounds yet does not destroy. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamapadam Chitirmulam Sanyasya Dharanitale. Padadandaye Yamyena Vashte Yet Pada Vamapadakam. The next asana is the Hindupasana. So as you are seated, slide the right heel outside, left heel outside of the hip. And Place both the hands on the top of the knee. Perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka and then fully exhale, engaging the Moola Bandha and Udyana Bandha. In Udyana Bandha, you'll be drawing the abdomen in and up. Perform the Vaishnavi Mudra with inner focus and outer vision, free from blinking or opening the eyes. This is Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as a generous cow, nourishing and calm, embodying abundance. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Savya Drikundalam Prishte Vame Vinisyate. The next asana is Machandrasana. Now sit with right foot placed over the left thigh. So bring the right foot on the left thigh and left foot resting across the right knee. The right foot goes to left thigh and left foot to the right knee. So once again, bring your right foot to the left thigh towards the hip, and the left foot on the right knees. And reach the left hand behind and hold onto the right thigh. And bring the right hand across from front left thigh to twist. So in this position, twist yourself from the shoulders, from the back. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka pranayama. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as Sage Matsyendrasana, seated in a deep twist. Perform the Vaishnavi Mudra. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamajanga Paridachina Thane Vamahasta Prishth Dis Ane Bahurui Dachina Pada Hai Joi Taki Nali Japakare Soi. The next asana is Machandrasana 2. So untwist yourself, but still be seated in Machandrasana. And fold the torso forward. Fold your upper body forward with a steady exhale. Forehead easing towards the mat. Chest soft over thighs, spine rounding gently, shoulder relaxed. Hold lightly, then raise back upright with balance when you feel uncomfortable. Engage Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as Matsyendrasana, deeper embodying unfathomable depth in the inward turning inward. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prathamajimano Charana Joy Vamajanga Parirake Soy Taki Eri Kati Soy Lave Bahuri Juguti Yahaku Ora Karave. Slowly rise up as we enter the next asana, which is Guru Asana. So maintain the same posture with the legs and join both the hands together on the upper knee. So join the hands, interlace your fingers and place it on the left knee. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Vaishnavi Mudra. Now we'll be performing Mahamudra Bandha. So inhale in Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, hold as long as comfortable, then forcibly exhale. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramasham, radiating light that dissolves every shade of ignorance within and around you. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Puramule itara kanishta pradeshe gulfam sansapya tadeva jano itara Pashvani sansapya tishtet hastos sammilayet guruvasanam bhavati. The next asana will be repeating this whole sequence of Sankatasana on the other side. So now place the right heel beneath your perineum. So sit with right heel under your perineum and cross the left foot over the right with the heels near the hips. And then place the palms on the opposite knees. Spine upright, chest lifted, shoulder relaxed. Gaze straight, engage Mula Bandha as you perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Vaishnavi Mudra, visualize yourself entering the narrow strain of hardship, while pressure surrounds yet does not destroy. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamapadam chite mole sanyasa dharanitale. Padadandaye yam yena veshayeta vamapadakam. Now we'll be repeating Dhenukasana on the other side. So slide the right foot outside of the from the perineum and bring both the hands on the top knee. Once again, perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as generous cow, nourishing and calm, embodying abundance. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Savyang Kundalam Prishte Vame Vinishyate. Now we'll be repeating the next asana. Achandrasana. So once again, now this time bring the left foot placed on the right thigh. Left foot on the right thigh and the right foot over the left knee. Make sure that you're positioning yourself properly. So when you're bringing your left foot over the right thigh, so it is more close to the hip. And when you're bringing your right foot over the left knee, it is very much sitting on the knees. So it's Padmasana, but there's a little difference. Now, bring the right arm behind from back, holding onto the left thigh and left hand on the right thigh from front and twist your upper body. Yes. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamajanga Paradakshina Dhane, Vamahastapishta Dise Ane, Bahuro Dachina Pada hai joy, Tani Nel Japakare soyi. Now anticipate to yourself as we enter into the next asana, Achandrasana 2. So from the same posture as Machandrasana, lean your upper body forward with steady exhale. Engage Ujjayi Kumbhaka as you engage the Mula Bandha. Forehead, bringing your forehead to the mat. Chest soft over the thighs. Spine rounding gently. Shoulder relaxed. Hold on to your big toes with both the hands. Visualize yourself as Matsendra, deeper, embodying unfathomable deep in turning inward. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. प्रथमजि मनोचरण जो जोई वाम जंग परि राखे सोई ताकि एरी कटी तो लावे बहुरी जुगति यह कोरला हरावे. Slowly rise up as you enter into the next asana, which is Guru Asana. So still you are seated in the same posture. Now interlace the finger and place it on the right knee. Now perform the Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. So inhale, slightly contract the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostril, producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath within, then release slowly through the nostril. This is Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. When you exhale, exhale forcibly and then pull the stomach in and up in Udyan Bandha. Tuck the chin to the chin. Engage Mul Bandha, performing all the three bandhas together as Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your space, dissolving every shade of ignorance within you. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Puramule Itarapadasya Kanishta Pradeshe Gulfam Sanstapya Tadeva Janu Itarapad Padapashina Sanstapya Tishtet Hasto Sammilayet Guru Asanam Bhavati. The next asana is Parshvasana. So sit with feet flat. So bring the feet flat on the ground, knees raised, close to the chest. Wrap the arms around to clasp the opposite knees firmly. Spine upright, chest broad, ground is lifted, shoulder relaxed. Breathe naturally. Perform the Kechari Mudra. Bring your awareness, gaze to the third eye and relax your breath. Then gently turn your tongue backward into the hollow behind the soft palate and hold it comfortably without strain, maintaining steady awareness. Perform the Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself twisted like a tethered animal like Parshvasana. In Parshvasana, yet inward breathe. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padatale Bhumo Nidhaya Januni Ursi Nidhaya Avaprita Hastabhyam Ursi Sahita Jange Nibdhya Tishthet Vasasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Bodha Sukasana. So as you are seated with feet flat, knees bent toward the chest, wrap the hands around the shin to clasp the opposite wrist. So this time you'll be holding onto the opposite wrist. And draw the chin inward. Spine straight, gaze to the nose. Perform the Mulabandha Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama. Perform the Kechari Mudra, where you roll the tongue up to the roof of the mouth, into the hollow behind soft palate. Visualize conscious awakening manifesting within, taking you beyond sorrow. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो पगथली भूपरि धरे कोर माही हिली ऐसे करे कोर मिला माहिली उकड़ बैसे जंघा छाती अग्र निवैसे. The next asana is Kurakatasana. In Kurakatasana, as you are seated with feet flat, knees bent inward, bring the arms beneath the knees and clasp the opposite elbows under the thighs for a locked hold. Once again, perform the Kechari Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha. So your hands are between the thighs and the calves and holding on to the opposite elbows. Yes. And feet is relaxed on the ground. Feet is relaxed onto the ground, it's not lifted. So bring the feet to the ground. Visualize yourself as a baby cock emerging with the first light of dawn. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Purakata asana do हाथ पग बाहरी ल्यावे घोड़ा नीचे ला लेठ हरावे आम्हा सामा ऐसे करे आपस में कोहनी पकड़े. The next asana is Samati asana. So as you are seated with feet on the ground, knees bent, arms are still beneath the knees. The arms are still between the thighs and the calf. And clasp the opposite elbows under the thighs for lock position. And now bring the right foot over the left. So the heels are crossed and toes are pointed up. So cross your heels, bringing the right foot over the left and point your toes up. Perform the Kechari Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a noble wisdom personified, unwavering and luminous. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mooladware dharti Peri thane Dava pada Paridachana padane. The next asana is Dandasana. In Dandasana, sit with your both legs extended, straight, heels together. Now lift your arms overhead, interlace a finger. So lift your arms up and interlace a finger. Chest broad, chin slightly tucked to the chin as you perform the Mahamudra Bandha. So perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Contract the throat, draw the breath slowly in through the nostril, producing the sound of the ocean. When you can't hold anymore, exhale forcibly and engage. Pull the stomach in and up. No Dhyana Bandha. Perform Mula Bandha. Tuck the chin to the chest. Janandar Bandha. Performing Mahamudra Bandha altogether. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Idanim Garbhanani Yogyabhyasam Labhu Yatha Labhu. The next asana is Arambhasana. In Arambhasana, as you are seated with legs extended, hold the big toes with fingers and fold forward, bringing chest towards the thighs and forehead towards the knees. Keep the back lengthen, steady breath. Hands are holding the big toes in the Prana Mudra. Now perform the Nadi Shodhana. So bring one hand closing the nostril with the finger. Inhale through the other. And then retain the breath with awareness. Then exhale to the opposite nostril. And then repeat in the opposite direction. Performing Nadi Shodhana. So you can bring one hand closing the nostril. Inhale through the other nose. Perform the engage the Mulabandha, visualize yourself as dawn breaking, embodying full beginning filled with possibilities. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Do bhagam mili पसारे पगा का अंगूठा पकड़े ललाट गोड़ा लगावे शरीर समलाशे आसन को गुण आरंभ की विधि उत्तम सम्मुख्य विशेष आरंभ करे. The next asana is Vidokasana. So as you are seated with legs extended, bring the space between the heels should be one hand width apart. As you bend the knees, draw the arms forward to clasp the feet firmly underneath the legs. The heels are one hand apart. As you lean forward, bring the arms underneath the legs. Lift the chest. Keep your breath steady. Gaze softly to the third eye. Engage Mulabandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a lightning splitting to darkness, embodying the focus that shatters illusion. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prathamam Samuk Pavishya Pado Prasarayet Shayataha. The next asana is Jalandhari Bhavasana. So as you're seated with legs extended, heels together. So this time bring the heels together. And as you lean your upper body forward, rest your chin, mouth, and nose to the heels. As you slide your arms under the thighs with palms steady on the ground, palms facing down. The palms are open on the sides, not in front. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a master of inner wind, embodying control over breath and sound. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो एड़ी मैल के दीजे हाथ पसारे पुनीत चुबक मुखनासिका था तेड़ भू परे धारे. So we rise up. Now we're entering into the next asana sequence. A little advanced asanas. So next is Urdhva Paschimottanasana, where you will be bringing one leg behind the neck. So as you're seated with legs extended, place one foot carefully behind your back, behind your neck. And then lean forward in a deep seated stretch. Keep the chest wide, spine long, palms on the floor for steadiness. Engage Mulabandha, Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where you withdraw the senses inward, then move awareness sequentially through the 9 points: sole of the feet, perineum, navel, heart, chest, throat, then base of the throat, which is the Ola, between the eyebrows and the forehead, Brahmasana. After a slow inhalation, gently hold the breath while fixing awareness and then exhale slowly, maintaining the complete inner stillness without strain. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paschimottanava samsita kritva ekam pada grivayam aditya tishthet Urdhva Paschimottanam bhavati. Slowly rise up. Relax for a moment as you puff. Let's enter into the next asana, which is Anantasana. So just give a little shake your legs and get ready for the next asana, which is Anantasana. So you can Place one leg behind the neck and then lie down on the back, or you can lie down on the back and bring the one leg behind the neck. And if you're not able to bring your leg behind the neck, you can place it just in front of your chest, trying to bring it towards the neck. Lie down and try to bring one leg behind your neck, holding it with the opposite foot, opposite hand, the other hand resting on the side of the hip. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, bring your gaze to the nose. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, visualize yourself as endless sky embodying infinite without boundary. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Shayanam Ekaikam Pada Grivayam Vinishya Itaram Hastena Pada Grivayam Grihitva. The next is Ankushasana. From the same position as you are lying down with one leg behind. Now lift, turn towards your right, bringing the right elbow on the ground. Your leg, one leg is, the left leg is still behind your leg, behind your neck. So this is an Anantasana, where you twist yourself on one side. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself as Ankusha, a small yet commanding guide, thick for an elephant and of immense strength. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Shanita Ekaikam Padagam Padagam Grivayam Kurvam Itaram Haste Karnamule Sapayet Tasvai Hastat Chet Purparam Bhomo Nidhaye. And slowly release your legs as we get ready for the next asana, which is Dharasana. So in Dharasana, as you lie down on the back, so lie down on the back, hug your knees towards the chest and clasp chin with both the hands. And gently rock to the left and to the right, massaging your spine. Sahaj Kumbhaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself as seer, embodying clarity with that pierce beyond form. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Shayanam Jano Ni Hridaya Avashtabhyam Janga Sahita Urani Karadve Badhva Savya Parashanam Loyet Dolasanam Bhavati. The next asana is, we'll be repeating this sequence on the other side. So sit with the legs extended, come back in a seated position and extend both the legs. And this time bring the other foot behind your neck and lean forward, holding the feet with both the hands. So we are repeating the sequence. Next, we'll be performing the Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So bring the opposite foot behind your neck and then lean forward. Hold the feet with both the hands. And once again perform Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paschimottanava Samsitam Kritva Ekaikam Pada Grivayam Agritva Tishchet Urdhva Paschimottanam Bhavati. Now the next asana is Anantasana. So if you are holding your leg behind the neck, you can lie down from the same position. Or you can lie down and try to bring the leg behind your neck or towards the chest. Engage Mulabandha, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Pranayama, Nabhe Mudra. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as infinite, declined embodiment, embodying limitless space within form. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Uttanam Shanam Ekaikam Padam Devayam Vinyasataram Hastena Pada, Ram Detva, Itara, Bhava, Bhutishchal, Vikritya Tishchet, Anantasanam Bhavati. Now we'll be performing Ankushasana on the other side. So twist towards one side, the elbows on the ground, the leg is still behind the neck. Once again, perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Shambhi Mudra, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as elephant God, embodying divine direction and firmness. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, उत्तानशेत् एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन् इतरमहस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्य हस्तस्य पूर्वपरं भूमौ निधाय. Relax for a moment as we get ready for the next asana, Yoga Nidrasana. In Yoga Nidrasana, as you're lying down flat on the ground, bring both the legs behind your neck. So bring one leg behind your neck and then the other, crossing your foot behind your neck. Hands will be interlaced behind your back. So in Yoga Nidrasana, you'll be bringing both the legs behind your head, crossing it behind your neck. Hands interlaced behind your butt, behind your back. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, gaze to the nose and visualize yourself in a yogic sleep, embodying serene awareness, resting yet awake. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Padabhyam Vestayet Kante Hastabhyam Vestabandhanam, Tanmadhe Sharanam Kuryat Yoga Nidra Sukhapradam. The next is Atma Ramasana. So as you are still lying down on the back, lifting both the legs towards the head. So from the lying down position, so where your legs are relaxed, bring the legs towards the head, cross the arms like Caesar and clasp your hand behind the neck. So this time your legs are not behind the neck, just in front of you, but the hands are crossed behind your neck. Perform Pratyahara Kumbhaka, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as self-delighting, embodying contentment, born within. So your hands will be going from inside through the legs and holding on to the, interlacing the fingers behind your neck. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Do Hat Chidata Tataretine, So Ubapa, Isapakare Paga Uchaye Agane Ane Bahri Jugati Aso Vidijane. The next asana is Kochikasana. As you are lying down on the back with knees bent, feet, so bring your knees to the chest, feet towards the sky. Extend the arms wide on the sides, on the mat, palms pressing down, chest open, gaze to the third eye, engage, Mulbandha, Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a small bird, embodying agile and alertness. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दो हाथ सीधा सा करे, इन सो उबे, इस पगरे पग ऊंचा आने. The next asana is Jatara Pravritti asana. So as you're lying down, hug both the knees to the chest. So bring both the knees to the chest, and then arms are stretched wide. From this position, lower your right knee across the body while the left leg is extended. Yes. And head is turning towards the left, shoulder anchored. Pratyahara Kumbhaka. So head is turning in the opposite direction. Keep your legs stretched out, both the legs. Engage Mul Bandha, chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Parivritti Kuksha Bhage, Ridahi Parikirtitaha. Now, from this position, bring both the knees together to the right side. Rotate your spine, head turned in the opposite direction. Keep the shoulders grounded and breath steady. Engage Mulbandha, chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कुक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोनो शुक्तकोनो ऊर्ध्वकोनो यथापितः. Now from this position, let's enter into the third step. Extend both the legs. So the knees which was bent, both the knees which was bent, extend both the knees. Straighten the legs on the sides. One hand extended on the, both hand extended on the sides, holding onto the big toes on one side. Engage Mulbandha, chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ते गुप्तभागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोनो ऊर्ध्वकोनो यथापितः. Now we'll be repeating Jata Pravritti on the other side. So come back to the normal seated lying down position where your knees are bent to the chest and feet are raised up vertically. From this position, bring your left leg on the side of the left right thigh. Hands extended on the sides. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. परिवृत्ति कुक्ष भागे त्रिदाहि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोनो शुद्धकोनो ऊर्ध्वकोनो यथापितः. Now let's enter into the second step where your both knees are bent on one side. Hold on to the foot with one hand, other hand on the resting on the other side. You turn your head to the opposite direction. And once again, perform Mulbandha, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Parivritti Guksha Bhage Tridahi Prakrititaha Padda Kono Shupta Kono Urdha Kono Yathabitaha. Now extend both the legs. And once again perform Mulbandha, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Parivritti Guksha Bhage Tridahi Prakrititaha Padda Kono Shupta Kono Urdha Kono Yathabitaha. The next asana is Dvipada Pitham. So once again, we in a lying down position. And from the lying down position, bring the feet hip width apart and reach the arms to hold the ankles. From the same position as you're lying down, reach the arms to hold the ankles and then press the feet lightly, hips high, raise your hips high, chest is open. Perform the Jalandhar Bandha Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a radiant bridge rooted through the feet. And japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Parikritya Itam Dwindapitham Sarvalam Pradam. The next is Paryankasana. So as you are lying down with knees bent, press the feet on the mat. Place the hands beside your ears with elbows bent, finger pointing towards the feet. Press the palms on the ground, hands beside the ears, elbows bent. And press your palms and soles, lifting your chest and the hips upward. So you're balancing only on the feet and the palms. Lift your hips, lift your chest. In Paryankasana, balance yourself with strong arm, chest broad. Visualize yourself as a stone couch, unmoving, timeless, and steady. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uttanam Shayanam Mahastalabhyam Bhuma Vishtabhyam Sadalabhyam Bhuma Nidhaya Paryankasanam Bhavati. Please settle down, relax, lie down. In, we'll be performing the Sotanasana. So bring your knees to the chest, palms on the shoulders, elbows wide. So bring your palms on the shoulders, bring your hands on the shoulders, and roll your body gently side to side, massaging your spine, circling your hips smoothly. Sahaj Gomka Pranayama, Sambhe Mudra, engage Mulbandha, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize yourself as a playful dog rolling freely on the ground, open in trust and unguarded security. Shavavatsaridam Sanstapya Januni Sammile Nabho Aniya Astabhyam Kandaram Padva Bhamayet Shrotanam Bhavati. The next asana is Viparita Asana, Viparita Karani. So in this, as you're lying down on the back, lift your hips high, legs vertically. Hands are extended behind your back. And if you need support, bring your hands on the hips. So from the lying down position, lift your hips and legs straight up in Viparita Karni. If you need support, you can take the support of the palms, placing it on the hips. Otherwise, keep it on the ground flat. Now you'll be performing the Mocha Kumka Pranayama, where you inhale deeply through the nose, lock the chin to the chest, and hold the breath, and then slowly exhale to the nose. Perform the Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize your feet reaching skyward, down grounded in stillness. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, as you rotate your legs in a small circles. Move your legs in a small circles. अतः विपरीतकरिणी मुद्रा भूतले शवशीर दत्त्वा ते केनयेत् चरद्वयं विपरीतकृत्या च एषः सर्वतेषु गोपितः. The next is Viparita 2. So in this asana, you are still holding yourself vertically up, but only the difference is you'll not be circling your legs in a small circle. In a small circle, the legs will be straight in a steady position. Engage Mool Bandha and Jalandhar Bandha. From Murcha Kumka, visualize your feet reaching skyward, grounded in stillness. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dharani Viparitakya Sarvavyadhi Vinashani Nitya Abhyasayuktasya Jatharagrива Vardhanim. Relax as we enter into the next asana, which is Langanasana. In Langanasana, as you're lying down on the back, lift your hips above your head, beyond your head, and extend the legs over head, touching the toes behind the head on the ground. So lift your hips, lift your legs, and take it overhead, touching the toes on the ground. Arms are stretched long, interlace the finger. Avoid straining your back in this position. You can relax if you're feeling any strain. Perform the Jalandhar Bandha, Mocha Kumbhaka. Perform the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Driva Kante Bhumim Prishtabhyam Padam Swayam Urdhvam Unnayet Narkasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Saita Paschimottanasana. As you're lying down supine and legs are still overhead, folded towards the chest, toes are reaching the floor. In this position, extend the arms, grasping your toes. Hips are stacked over the shoulders. Breathe calmly. Mocha Kumbhaka, visualize yourself as the river flowing westwards, surrendering to the earth's embrace. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tanam Shayitva Krit Purvita Sayita Paschimatan Tanam Bhavati. The next asana is Supta Konasana. In the Supta Konasana, as you are still lying down on your back, lift both the legs overhead until the toes touches the floor behind your head. And in this position, you'll be widening your legs apart, grasping the toes with the hands. So your hips are lifted, your back is lifted, and in this you're holding onto the big toes and spreading the legs as in a split. Perform the Murj Kumka. Visualize your body expanding sideward like vast, steady mountain. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Parivritti Kuksha Bhage, Tridahi Parikrititaha, Baddha Kono, Shupta Kono, Urdhu Kono, Nithapitaha. The next is Chakrasana. So from the same position, bring the feet together. Bring the feet together and slowly roll onto your back. Legs are still, legs are still behind over your head. So in the previous asana, your back was lifted vertically up. From that position, slowly roll onto your back. So your back is resting on the ground. You're still holding onto your feet with both the hands. Engage Mula Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha, Murcha Kumbhaka. Visualize your body as a luminous wheel. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Savasanastha do pado kuryat mastaka pari. The next asana is Shupta Prasarita Padangushtasana. As you are lying down on the back, in this position, spread both the legs, hands holding the big toes. So spread both the legs in V shape. Legs are straight. So legs are vertically up. Legs are vertically up. Extend the legs in V shape, hands holding the big toes. Try to spread the legs as wide as possible. Hands in Pranamudra. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize your legs stretched out like vast, steady river. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Padam Krancha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Sultangushta Prasarane. The next asana is Shupta Padangushtasana. So from the lying supine position, legs raised vertically up, holding onto the big toes. Keep the breath steady. So legs are together this time. Engage Mulbandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize your legs extended forward. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttanam Padam Kramcham Cha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Sultangushta Prasarane. The next asana is Matsyasana. In Matsyasana, as you are lying down on your back, bring the legs in Padmasana and rest it on the ground. The legs are resting on the ground. Recline supine, extend the arms over the head. Extend the arms over the head while legs are still in Padmasana. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Chest is lifted. Perform Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as Matsya, the divine fish of incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mukta Padamasanam Krita Uttanashayanam Charit. Gurparabhyam Shivo Vaishya Masyasanam Tu Go Rogaha. The next asana is Parasaramasana. So from the same seated posture, place the right hand on the left palm. So now you're not holding on to the elbows. Place the right hand on the left palm. Perform the Sambhi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Gaze to the nose, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you visualize Lord Rama radiating through your inner space. Bow in hand, serene and vigilant. Prathamagare Padamasanam Ache. Sudhostho Bhuparya Pache Godauri Jangye So Bhuso Lagatara Se So. Yes, uncross your feet. Relax for a moment before we enter into the next asana. The next asana is Sarvangasana. So as you are lying on the back, support, you'll be lifting your hips high and your back vertically up. So lift your hips and your hips is supported by the hands. So lift your hips and lotus. Bring the legs vertically, straight up. And then bring your legs, fold your legs in Padmasana. Hold steady. Then perform the Moj Kumka Jalandhar Vandana. Visualize your body lifted like luminous pillar or limbs aligned and supporting one another. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Vakshe. Atra Sanchipe Sarvangasana Uttamam. Yatritva Yoni Puro Vidhaya. Pandito Yatha. The next asana is Vrishikasana. In Vrishikasana, as you are lying down on your back, lift your head slightly and feet pressing skyward. So bring your left foot on the right thigh. Bring your left foot on the right thigh. Lift your head, lift your both the legs towards, knees are towards the chest. Perform the Mochikamka, hands over the head extended like a scorpion mouth, fingers like a scorpion mouth. Gaze to the third eye, visualize yourself as a scorpion, coiled and steadfast. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prathmasayana Sudhosi se Kekasi Sandhiru Surake Pashosi Sisudara Karalya Rakhe. Now we'll be repeating Vrishikasana on the other side. So switch the position of your legs. And once again, lift your head, lift your legs towards the knees, hands like a scorpion mouth. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prathamasayanam Sudhora Sishake Kasisi Handitu Rakhe Pashusi Udara Rakhe. Relax as we get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Vrishapada Shipasana. So as you're lying down with knees bent, so bend your knees to the chest. Finger is interlaced behind your neck. Extend one leg straight and draw the other knee in. And then repeat. Alternatively, again and again, visualize yourself as a mighty bull, grounded and powerful. Engage Mulbandha, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uttanam Shanam Kritva Alungyakar Andarabhyam Badhva Kurparo Militva Itam Ved Bhuma Napayet. You can relax now. The next asana is Maruttanasana. So as you're lying down, spine on the ground, and in this, lift the knees alternatively towards the each ear, respective ears. Hands are resting beside the hip for the support. So alternatively, bring the knees to the respective ears. Sahajkumka pranayama, engage mulbandha, visualize your spine as a strong, flexible pillar. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Shotanav Vasistha Kritva Januni Paryayin Karnayushu Sanskrite Marotanam Bhavati. The next asana is Brakasana. So as you are lying down supine on the ground, on your back, press the soles of the foot on the ground. Bend the knees and use the strength in the feet and the core to raise up straight in a standing position, and then go down once again and repeat again and again in Brakasana. Sahaj Kumka, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as a wolf, alert and poised. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Uttanam Shayanam Chitva Padabhyam Bhumui Ritva Uttishtet Prakasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Luthasana. So in Luthasana, lie down on your back and swing the legs over your head until the feet passes the skull and touches the floor. And then roll your upper body forward into the crown and then roll back again. Repeat this again and again. Perform the Sahaj Gomka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, visualize a fluid rolling motion and your body under complete control. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uttanam Shayanam Padoshi Tiraul Langyam Bhuma Sthapayitva Nibjam Bhuta Nibjam Shayanam. The next asana is Harathasana. So this time lie prone on your stomach, on your belly. So lie down on your stomach, palms resting on the sides of the shoulders. And then lift your head lightly, press the lips, producing sound, producing a flute-like sound. Open your chest, shoulders, soft downward. Perform the Saratha Kumbhaka. Contract the lip as if whistling to produce a flute-like sound while inhaling. Then retain the breath in that position with steady awareness. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nibjam Shayanam Kirtana Vibhuma Nidhaya Samvad संविद्यास्ताभ्यां भूमि अवष्टभ्यम अहो निमीलयेत्. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Dehirilungasana. So from the plank position, so come to the plank position. Hands grounded under the shoulders. Hop the legs forward near the arms. So jump and bring the legs between the palms and then jump back again. Repeat this again and again as you engage Mulabandha, Sahaj Kumka Pranayama. Visualize yourself expanding beyond the body and mind. And the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. हस्तद्वयं बद्धात् तन्मये चरणद्वये उड्डाये एक बाहिरी अन्यत् अतनयेत् देहलुण्डनं भवति. The next asana is Jatyasana. In Jatyasana, stand tall and from the standing position, lean forward. Hold forward, placing the palms flat on the ground, and then walk the feet backward into the plank, then forward again in rhythm. Repeat. Keep your spine long, chest open. Perform Sahaj Kumka, engage Mulabandha, visualize your mind as a luminous witness. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Jatyasanam Vakshe Yena Jati Smaro Bhavet Astamri Bhumicha Dhavanam Bhavati. Now we'll be entering into the next, which is Lolita Karna. So in Lolita Karna, as you are standing, bring your legs in Aramati position with knees slightly bent, and then extend both arms at the chest level, and then rotate your arms and the head and the upper body in all directions on both the sides. And then slowly you can relax. Next is Sarpasana. In Sarpasana, stand tall with ankles bound lightly together by the rope. Visualize your ankles are bound lightly by the rope. Keep your arms long by thigh, spine vertical. Perform Sahaj Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha. Visualize your Kundalini Devi as a coil, radiant force raging along the spine. Engage Mulbandha, Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Sarpasanam Vakshe Vayupadana Kevalam. Now the next asana we're entering into is Ustra Sadhanasana. So from the standing position, lean forward, bring both the palms on the ground, and carefully balance the soles onto the outside of the little fingers, shifting your weight onto the hands partly. So bring the hands from outside, holding onto the fingers of the legs. Engage Mulbandha, Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you start walking, back and forth on your mat. Mustikanistapa Tadeshe Bhumanidhaya Uparitadala Sanstapya Ashwatsarinam Chalaniya Ashwasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Ashwasana. So once again, from the standing position, lean forward, place both the palms on the ground and place the feet partly onto the hands above the little finger from front. And then start walking back and forth. Visualize yourself as a horse. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Then slowly. Mustikanishchaka Pradeshe Bhumo Nidhaya Uparida Padatale. Slowly relax. And settle down, lie down in Savasana. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramasham, liberating you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly come back to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers, feet, ankles, wrists. Bring your knees to the chest. Roll from side to side and come back to the comfortable seated position. Bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra as you offer our gratitude to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Yoga. As we end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone for joining. Make sure that you're tuning in tomorrow as well at the same time. Thank you, Nithyanandam.